This is the program that shows you the side of police chase videos they didn't want you to see. Bungled arrests, kamikaze crooks and cop-based carnage of all kinds. Welcome to Cops Uncut, the real car crash TV.
On my way.
Coming up on Cops Uncut. This trooper has a lot to talk about. This cop gets some alcoholic abuse.
Look, you can't tell me you're not a queer.
And this suspect hits the hood.
Taking off again.
Down in Florence, Alabama, we're driving along with a cop who likes to take advantage of new technology. For him, the camera on his dashboard and the microphone on his lapel aren't just a souped-up version of CCTV. He may never be a bona fide star, but if a high-speed chase is going to be preserved for posterity, this guy wants it to sound as professional as possible. So like a football game or a Grand Prix, he provides us with a running commentary.
I can't see, yes, I'm not going to... We're in the lead now, so...
And as if to emphasize the sporting theme, he's pretty competitive too. Not just with the other squad cars.
60, tell him 60. Tell him 60, current speed.
But also with his partner, who doesn't appear to be paying enough attention to the budding Murray Walker sitting next to him.
Tell him speed's 95.
As well as regular updates on the suspect's speed, we also get emotional reactions to his dangerous driving.
Shit!
Although I'm not sure you'd get away with that sort of thing on Match of the Day. Swearing aside, this sergeant is so media savvy that as well as describing everything that's going on up ahead,
Shit, he's on the wrong side of the road.
he's also worried about whether or not his VHS tape will last until things come to a satisfactory conclusion.
So I hope my tape lasts.
Just like the rest of us, this cop loves to tell other motorists what to do, even when they're several hundred yards away and they can't hear a word he's saying.
Please don't hit somebody. Please don't hit somebody. Get out of the way, dude. Get out of the way. He needs to move over.
This cop is so chatty it makes you wonder if he doesn't commentate on things even when he's not working.
Well, you're possibly going to lose him because I don't know these roads really. This is Rash? Okay, I know where we're at, kinda.
Does he describe the sex act to his wife? Does he talk to his kids about the latest episode of Top Gear? Or does he tell his pet dog all about pooper scoopers?
I've been out here before. He's on the wrong side of the road. He just turned off in the damn field.
Like all the best commentators, he has a knack for stating the bleeding obvious. So in case you hadn't already noticed, we've now veered off-road and into a muddy field.
Where's he at? Where's he at?
I'm sure you're going to tell us.
He's on foot! He's on foot! Subject's on foot! Subject's on foot! Go, 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 go!
Now it's time to make an appearance in front of the camera as our hero stumbles off into the undergrowth in pursuit of his precious suspect. And now that he's about to catch him,
I got him, my gun! Cuff him!
perhaps he's going to give the fugitive a quick interview just to ask him for his thoughts about the chase.
I can't see, yes, I'm not going to...
This lawman loves the sound of his own voice and likes to keep his listeners informed of exactly what's going on in Alabama.
Tell him 60, current speed.
He's never one to leave a gap in the conversation, even when he's the only person taking part.
Get out of the way, dude, get out of the way!
Like John Motson with a badge, he has a saying for every situation and a comment for every crime.
Show me your hands! I got him by gun!
And if he ever decides to hang up his truncheon and quit the police force, he clearly has a good face for radio. Still to come in part 1. This drunk driver pokes fun at a policeman,
Look at me and tell me you're not a queer.
and this guy gets bent over the bonnet.
Taking off again.
Cool boy, you ain't too bad a guy. But this little pot-bellied bitch out here, I'd beat him to death in a fist fight.
This is what's known in the trade as the drunk tank. In here, you'll get to meet all sorts of colourful characters and hear all sorts of colourful language.
I just told this young boy, he's a real cop. But you're a little pot-bellied bitch coward.
You know what?
Hey, buddy, in a fist fight, I'd beat you to death.
You might, but
I'd beat you to death, partner.
Sit down and shut up.
You'll also be threatened with physical violence on a regular basis. So your task as a professional is to remain calm and never allow yourself to be provoked into retaliating.
You little pot-bellied motherfucker, you grabbed me by my neck. You know how I made my living? I was number 2 ranked welterweight in the state of Florida from 68 to 72. I would beat you to death, partner. I ain't threatening you. But you know, you're a little pot-bellied, ugly motherfucker. And you wanna grab somebody that's handcuffed because you're a coward bitch.
Attempting to interrogate your suspect can prove pointless, although under certain circumstances they may actually ask to be beaten up.
It was not fuck for me. Because I wasn't driving. I was in the parking lot of that service station. Hey, fat boy, you little ugly bitch, beat me while we had to go.
So that's why you drove in on your own accord
I'd
with
love
another
to take
officer
about 4
behind
of your teeth out, partner. I'd love to take about 4 of your teeth out. And I'm telling you something. Beat me. Beat me.
But even if someone questions your character or ability to do the job, it's always best to try and see the funny side.
Sergeant, look at me and tell me you're not a queer. Sergeant, look at me and tell me you're not a queer. You know damn well you're queer. Now look at me. I can look at a motherfucker's eyes. I stayed raped for 15 years, 3 months, and 11 days. I was a bank robber. Look at me, Sergeant, in the eyes. Look at me, come on now. Tell me you ain't a queer. No, look, come on. You little son of a bitch, you.
So, time for a quick recap. In the drunk tank, it may be possible to restrain your felon physically, but it certainly won't be possible to restrain him verbally. Unlike at the roadside, there'll be no sirens and no traffic noise to drown him out. So you'll have to tolerate whatever bad language his booze-filled brain can come up with. The trick to keeping him subdued is to stay cool yourself and always be firm but fair.
God, if you take these handcuffs on me, I ain't gonna
I understand that, but
God damn, don't put my ass in there and not let me smoke a cigarette.
well, I tell you what, we'll get up to the jail and they'll let you smoke one in the Sally Port before we go in.
Fucking well, they ain't gonna let me smoke.
I'm just telling you, okay?
Put the handcuffs on in front of me. Here, and let me smoke a cigarette. Come on, man.
I can't do that, okay?
Although be warned, because no matter how hard you try, your suspect will always insist on having the last word.
What am I charged?
Class dismissed. Being a crook is all very well and good until your cover is blown and the cops are on your tail. Then you've got a dilemma on your hands. Do you give yourself up and earn some brownie points for pleading guilty, or do you attempt to make a run for it? If you manage to get away scot-free, then you can relax in your hideout, count your money, and crack open a celebratory bottle of bubbly. What's much more likely to happen, however, is that the police will catch up with you. Then you'll have doubled your tally of charges to include things like speeding and resisting arrest. And not only will your car be in a state, but you'll also be looking forward to several more years behind bars. In his infinite wisdom, the driver of the Chevy pickup sped through a sobriety checkpoint earlier in the evening. And when the cops caught up with him, instead of admitting defeat, he put his foot down and challenged them to a chase. So far, and despite all his best efforts, that's beginning to look like a very bad idea indeed.
Let me see your fucking hands!
Not only is he being shouted at and having his head bashed against the bonnet of a patrol car, but he's also about to grass up his mate who was in the passenger seat when they blew the checkpoint. It sounds as if they're both well known around these parts and well acquainted with the law.
Hey, rocket scientist. Who's in the truck with you? Who was in the truck with you? Who was in the truck with you? Who was in the truck with you?
Bobby Hill.
Bobby Hill. I think we got warrants on.
That's the same one we turned around over on Arbutus Road earlier.
So this guy had better have a very good lawyer and a very grovelling apology for Bobby, his former best friend. Here we have that rarest of creatures, a highway patrol woman.
He's pulling over the side of the road right now. Still not stopping. We're pulling into the giant.
Even in this modern era of equality, you won't find a female cop very often. And if you do, you can bet your life she's had to work doubly hard to get there. To make it on the police force, this lady has to hold her own in a station full of old-fashioned, foul-mouthed, tobacco-chewing, donut-eating deputies whose idea of gentlemanly conduct is to tell a dirty joke and whose conversation rarely stretches beyond baseball and NASCAR. And she has to put up with even more from the criminal fraternity, who are just as likely to pull a knife, point a gun, or punch her lights out as they would be with one of her colleagues. In a high-speed pursuit, the only things a criminal registers are the blue flashing lights in his mirror and the sound of a police siren, so he isn't going to make any concessions to whoever happens to be chasing him down. Tonight, though, perhaps the age of chivalry is not dead, although the helping hand comes from a rather unexpected source. This knight in a shining pickup saw what was going on behind him and managed to force the suspect onto the sidewalk, where his car is now stranded. Now our policewoman with a ponytail can move in and make an arrest, along with several other cops sporting their more customary crew cuts and beer bellies. If you look carefully, in a second or two, you'll see her wrestle her man to the ground and slap on the handcuffs. This WPC proved herself to be more than a match for the big boys. And just when she needed some help, a well-mannered motorist came to the rescue. Although something tells me that he won't be getting a peck on the cheek for his troubles.
Taking off again.
Still to come in part 2.
What we got there?
This hoodlum gets a helping
They
hand,
don't feel like no nuts there.
and this policeman pulls a fast one. It wasn't me, Gov.
Get back and talk to me for a sec.
2 teenagers have just been pulled over by the police in Roswell, New Mexico, and at least for now, Officer Northcutt is treating them with kid gloves.
You've watched all the TV shows and stuff, right? So you know that you don't have to talk to the police officer anytime he's asking you any questions.
Oh, I have. If you check my records, you know that I have plenty of tickets. I know my rights.
What's going on is the clerk had also saw you and your friends stick some stuff in your pockets and take off.
Along with one of his buddies, 16-year-old Matthew here is being accused of shoplifting. And as he's just implied, this isn't his first run-in with the law. What he's not willing to admit, though, is having done anything wrong this evening. Northcutt uses the same softly approach with his second suspect, but he isn't budging either.
You better talk to the cops. If they talk to you, ask you questions. You don't have to answer any questions. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to talk to me?
Well, first of all, I don't understand why we're being pulled over.
Okay. Here's what's going on. The clerk Over at the store at the Allsup's where you guys just came from.
We didn't come from an also.
Okay.
For someone so young, this kid has got denial down to a fine art.
What is it to you?
Your friends already told me that you guys went to the Allsup's, so...
But Officer Northcutt thinks that by questioning each of them separately, sooner or later, someone's story isn't going to tally up.
The sergeant here stopped you guys, okay? Do you have anything on you I need to know about?
The cops decide to take the kids back to the convenience store in question in the hope that it'll scare them into pleading guilty. Whilst Northcutt and his partner head inside, Matthew and his mate are left to their own devices in the back of the cruiser.
Yes, sir. Okay. Yes, sirs. I want to make sure that they can identify that I took something my damn self, and I want to know that they made sure that I can get it my own self. Hey, keep your head low just in case that guy can.
But what this pair of deceitful delinquents don't realize is that their every word is being recorded by the in-car camera.
I'm going to be like, can you please tell them that I didn't jack nothing? Individually, I didn't. And you tell them the same thing. Did you see me individually taking anything?
They even take a sneaky peek at the readout on the police radio.
122 arrived. It says en route detention center with prisoners, so it's probably both of us. Well, at least we'll be able to fucking be together in jail. I didn't want to go to jail. Nah, but I don't think we are, because he can't really identify us as doing something because he didn't see neither of us like exactly steal something unless he saw you. And he didn't see Daryl.
No wonder Matthew's friend is scared of going to jail, because if they carry on talking about what they've done, that's exactly where they're going to end up.
We didn't, but if he can't identify us and the tape don't identify us, he can't take us to jail. He can only give us a ticket. So we probably both get dropped off at our house, but maybe with a ticket. But if he can't identify...
They're even hoping for a lift home at the end of the night and arrange to catch up with another accomplice to get their stories sorted. If only they knew that the whole plan is going down on tape, ready to be used as evidence against them.
After we get dropped off and go to Teen Center, and I'll wait there all night for you, but you have to meet me there, for sure. All right. If we don't go to jail, then as soon as we go home, meet me at the Teen Center no matter what, because I'll leave with Chico, and he'll protect our asses. All right. But you have to for sure go there. I'll be there. Look at me. Straight up, dog. For sure. Be there. All right.
The shoplifting schoolmates thought they could pull a fast one, but they ended up making an on-camera confession. They may have said it wasn't me gov to the cops, but the dash cam told a very different story indeed. Corporal Savage and his colleague have just come across a dodgy double act who, in their spare time, work at opposite ends of the criminal spectrum.
Do me a favor. Stand up, place your hands on top of the car right there. Turn around this way. Turn around, don't face me. Look the other way. Put the other one there.
As he goes through the motions of making an arrest, Savage is a little embarrassed about telling this guy why he's a wanted man. Even the suspect himself can't quite believe it when he hears what the charges are.
It appears, Mr. Young, you got a warrant out for you. For what, sir? For some kind of charge cruelty to animals or something. Evidently, you done had a case with some dogs or some cats or some rabbits or something, and they charging you with cruelty to animals.
They charging me with cruelty to animals?
Yep, that's what they say. Kind of rough, ain't it?
Savage sounds almost apologetic, but a crime is a crime and a warrant is a warrant, so it's into the back of the cruiser with Mr. Jones. His passenger, however, is already well known to Corporal Savage and apparently in the habit of concealing illicit substances about his person. In fact, at this very moment, he appears to be under the influence of something more than just adrenaline.
That you're doing the same thing on me this time is that hard-ass breathing. Remember the last time? When you was breathing hard? Run that from me. And then you started raining the marijuana down on the ground.
Savage is so suspicious he has to pat Mr. Washington down very thoroughly indeed.
You don't do none of that no more? Spread your legs.
And check every conceivable hiding place.
What we got there? Huh? They don't feel like no nuts there.
He appears to have his suspect quite literally by the balls.
Make sure we ain't got nothing raining this time. Last time you got the raining on me, you dropped about 20 bags on me.
After giving the contents of Mr. Washington's shorts a thorough going over, Savage decides to search the car instead, which yields immediate results. There are enough bags of grass under the back seat to turf a bowling green.
Boy, put them in your car. Put them in your car. Right there.
So now this animal-loving lawbreaker and his pot-smuggling partner are going to be put in a cage all to themselves. And finally, time for a test of your mind-reading skills. Take a good look at this deputy and see if you can work out what he's thinking. He's on border patrol in Arizona and, along with some colleagues, he's just pulled over a pickup. The driver and his passenger scarpered into the desert, and whilst the other cops give chase, he's been left here on his own. There are no pedestrians, hardly any passing traffic, and it's all very quiet out here in the middle of nowhere. So, with some time on his hands and no superiors around to keep an eye on him, he formulates a plan. And the reason he was looking so jumpy is about to become all too apparent. You see, this truck wasn't being pursued for smuggling migrant workers in from Mexico. There's something much more interesting than refugees on board, and there's so much of it, who's going to notice if a little bit goes missing? In case you haven't already guessed, this cop is about to help himself to several $1,000s worth of high-grade hashish. Only trouble is, in his eagerness to get it out of the truck and into the boot of his patrol car, he has overlooked one key fact. He thinks he can drop his booty off at home on the way back into town. Then spend a very relaxing weekend in front of the TV, eating nachos and getting off his face. But what he doesn't yet realize is that when he gets back to the station, his boss will also be sitting in front of the TV, watching this dashcam video of the whole sorry saga. Then, as well as feeling incredibly dumb, his whole life will come crashing down around him, and he'll suddenly have a lot more leisure time on his hands than he bargained for. So, for any policeman in the audience, remember that your in-car camera isn't just useful for catching crooks. Occasionally, it can also put a bent copper behind bars. So what have we learnt today on Cops Uncut? Bullying in the police station is a serious problem, but it's not the cops who are the bullies, it's the crooks. Try not to scratch a policeman's paintwork as you're being slapped against it. And it's always best to buy your grass from the garden centre. Be careful out there.